Trappers. Rudner with a stop. Collins making a block. A good shift there by the Trappers line of Russo, Lefebvre, and Dawson. Those three actually played in a NOJHL game earlier this week on Wednesday in French River. Russo and Dawson played for the Voodoos, and Jesse Lefebvre played for the Rapids. Russo with an assist in that game. And Nate Gravel was also playing for the Voodoos, who are banged up front. And Nate Gravel had an assist for the Trappers in that game. 3 Trapper forwards dressed in that game. Behind the net, this is Bradley. Grayson Bradley, his twin brother Heath on the team. Long lead pass for Curry, his shot, and a nice glove save by Sam Rudner. 10th shot he's faced with just over 7 minutes remaining here in this first period. 1-0 to score. Nate Gravel, the lone goal scorer so far. As we mentioned, these two teams split. 2 games in Timmins back in February. Convincing win by the Majors on a Saturday night in Timmins, and the Trappers responded with a 6-3 win the following night. McIver, who was in goal for the win on the Sunday win, so he's 1-0 against these Majors. Off to a good start this game. This is Aiden Case now. Back drop pass. Anello will pick it up. He's got Heath Bradley with him, one of the twins on this team. 2 big 06 forwards who were both members of Team NOHA at the OHL Cup last year with a number of these players. This is an easy save there. Scott's shot stopped by Mike McIver, and we'll have a face-off with 7:06 to play. Puck back to Westbury. Kept in. Back down low. Puck rimmed along the side. Russo battles for it. Kept in. Back up top to Vachon. Vachon's wrister stopped there. Nice play there by Thomason. Trying to get it to Lefebvre. Rudner comes way out of his net. Brody Vachon gets to the puck there. There's a few tense moments there in the Major zone. Rudner making a nice aggressive play to play that puck to avoid Jesse Lefebvre getting a scoring opportunity. This is McIver. Rimmed along the wall by Ethan Boyce to Dawson. Dawson, he's knocked down off the puck by Vachon. Back down low. This is Westbury. He rims it around, tries to get it to Armitage, Ryan Armitage. He loses it. Dawson gets it away from him. Westbury putting the pressure on. Back to his partner Vachon. Dawson trying to cause some disruption in there. Here's Thomas Beard. He's knocked off the puck. Good aggressive play there by Curry. This is Beard. Quick pass goes into the feet of Armitage, and Curry on to him. Boyce just flips it out, looks for his brother Anthony. It's going back there, and they're going to call it an icing call with Collins on his heels, and there'll be a face-off back in the Trapper zone.
Well, pleased to say that we do finally have some audio on YouTube. So we are getting things moving some way. He's Chris Dawson. I'm Cordy Kenny. Pleased to be bringing this to you on the front line. And everything seems to be good on the Hockey TV side. And Chris, you've been doing a good job so far for play-by-play, so take her away.
All right, thanks, my friend. This is Anthony Boyce. Into Collins. Collins makes a nifty move with a little pass, soft dump into the middle of the ice there. This is Gagnon. Gagnon slides to middle, and a heavy shot, low shot, and a good save by Mike McIver, and it's chipped up the wall. Good save there. The 8th shot on goal by the Majors here with 5:22 to play in this opening frame. This is Anthony Boyce, a nice pass there by Nate Gravel. Gagnon with it now, trying to hit Ellis. Ellis just out of the reach of Boyce. Ellis getting a chance to come in with some time and a good save by Vachon.
Well, Chris, we didn't have the chance to really go over it at the beginning, but why don't we talk about our Mike, the financial advisor's players to watch for this one?
Okay, players, are we waiting for an ad? Or am
No,
I just talking?
no,
Okay,
might
we're
as
just
well.
gonna, Thomas Beard, for sure, one of the top scorers. He came back at the January deadline from the Timmins Rock, so he, number 14, is a player to watch. And I'm going to say Nate Gravel, the player to watch for the Trappers. I know it cheated already. He's got a goal already in this game, but he had a real solid game on Wednesday for the Voodoos. Obviously, I have a little bit of bias for that. But anyways, I think the fact that he was not able to get on the score sheet yesterday and had a lot of good looks but wasn't able to finish, I figure he's going to bounce back. And, well, he has. But I guess I don't look like much of a prognosticator when I'm making predictions when a guy's already got a goal, right?
Oh, we'll take it. We'll take it. Besides, on the other side of things, I mean, he got up and played a good game with the Voodoos as well, picking up a couple of assists.
Here's a chance here for Curry. Nice pass there by Caleb Dawson with Russo out there. Looking behind. Boyce, got to look behind. He's got as the Majors try to sneak behind Armitage with the puck. He loses it. Back down low for Thomason. Boyce up the wall for Curry. Curry's got to move it in a hurry. He gets it out, and there's going to be a penalty on the play. Let's see who's going off here. Maybe, is it number 10, Dawson going to the box for a cross check?
It is.
With 3:37 to play here in the first power play of the game so far.
Trappers hold a slight edge in shots, 10-9 as of right now too, but we'll have to see how the penalty kill happens here against the Timmins Majors. You know, it's a chance here for Timmins to get some pressure on McIver, which they've done in recent moments. It's just a matter of not bending and not breaking for the Trappers at this point. Ellis back to Pone on the wall. Shot. Oh, and it goes right through traffic, but wide. Nice shot by Pone. Thomason. He's knocked down there by Collins. No call there. Back to Ellis. Back to Pone. Pone walks in. Shot goes off of Collins. And it looks like there's a breakaway. This is Russo all alone on Rudner. Oh, and a nice poke check there by Russo by Rudner. Gives a delay. Russo, now Rudner with two breakaway stops, two big breakaway stops. This is Collins now. Big Calvin Collins back from injury. And this puck is whistled out and it stays in play. It's got to be stopped by Sam Rudner, who's had a great game so far. Only allowed one goal so far, but he's stopped two breakaways by the Trappers already. And a couple other good real home plate scoring chances. Stopping, this is Armitage. Armitage with it now. Looking back down low. Armitage up top. Over to Beard. Beard moves it across for Armitage. Shot. It goes wide. Or a nice save there by, I'm not sure if McIver got a piece of that or not. A nice play there. Give and go there by Armitage and Beard. There's a wrister. Goes high over top the net. Pyer picks it up. Hits off a stick. Just kept in at the line by Heath Bradley and then absolutely hammered out of the zone by Jacob Beamer. Secord behind the net now. 10 seconds left in the Dawson penalty. Down the right side, Beard. He loses his shot all the way down the ice. Gravel will go in after it, but Rudner makes a nice play along the wall, but it's kept in there by Boyce. Anthony Boyce along the wall. Curry out there. Penalty is expired. They kill it off. Gravel to Case. The affiliate. Case with a wrister and a nice save. It bounces back out in front. Case back up top for Anello. Anello's heavy shot. It gets blocked in front again. Great opportunity here and some pressure by the Trappers. Curry in front. He gets a shot away. Here's another shot. Another play and another save on a shot from Anello. What frantic play in front of the Timmins net. And Rudner standing tall. If not for Sam Rudner right now, the score would be 3 or 4-0. in favor of the Trappers.
Sam Rudner's home may be covered in snow, but he is like a white snow wall that Toronto's feeling. I know he's talked to his dad, Stuart, today, and so yep, he has been like that white wall. He's been a storm of goaltending saves. This is Collins, his shot, stopped in front, an opportunity, they score! Gagnon on the rebound. What a crucial goal for the Majors to get back into this game, and this is the same problem that the Trappers had yesterday. Got an early lead, a lot of pressure on the new Liskeard Cubs, and the Cubs were able to score a late goal to make it 1-1 after one, so let's see how the Trappers respond here.
Yeah, the Trappers have definitely had their shots and their moments, if not for Rudner in this one. Like I said earlier, it'd be 3 or 4-1 at this point now in favor of the Trappers, but McIver's looking good too in net, and then that time just had no help in front of them there as they're able to pot the rebound. And it'll be interesting to see, since Timmins has been able to weather the storm so far, how they carry that into intermission.
14 seconds left in the period. 15-12 the shots on goal. So Gagnon with a goal there. We haven't got the official scoring yet.
A little bit of frustration from the Trappers after that icing too.
There's a shot and a stop by Rudner there off the draw. Nice shot by Grayson Bradley. A 1-1 tie. Gagnon for the Majors and Gravel for the Trappers. This is Bradley. Back up the wall, and there is going to be, the whistle's going to blow.
Well, Chris, that'll bring us to the end of the first 20 minutes. 1-1 tie here between the two teams. As you mentioned, it's starting to look a little bit like the game against the Cubs yesterday. How are you feeling after that 20 minutes of action? Since you actually got to watch the 20 minutes,
yeah,
I was buried in the computer.
You know what? I think the same thing. The Trappers got a lot of scoring chances last game and weren't able to cash in. You know, it's kind of funny how the hockey gods, you know, they scored 13 goals last Saturday against the Cubs. Everything seemed to go in, and then, you know, they played the Cubs yesterday and just had a tougher time finding the net, and it's kind of funny how the hockey gods kind of even everything out somewhat. So, you know, so we'll see what happens here in between periods, and we'll be back with more action here in probably about 15 minutes.
Since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
And TikTok at Mike the FA. Visit lahortaimports.com for more details.
That's the alumni job portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex for this U18 Trappers game as they take on the Timmins Majors. Currently tied 1-1 as we get set for the second period. I'm pleased now to be joined by the assistant coach of the Powassan Voodoos, Josh Hardiman. And Josh, how's it going? How's things going with the Voodoos this year?
Pretty good. You know, it's been a real fun season. I think we've had a lot of ups and downs. Learned a lot about ourselves, and the biggest thing for us is health. It's when we're healthy, we're confident in our abilities, confident in our team, and just sucks that I think it's the second time this year where we've had about 6 or 7 guys go down at the same time. So I guess it's better to get it all out of the way at once, but we'll see. So health is a big key for us.
I was going to say it's probably better now than in a couple of weeks,
exactly.
Right? So with the playoffs looming, but as the players get back on the ice here, you guys had 3 affiliate players off these Trappers team play in the French River game Wednesday. What were your thoughts on them from a coaching standpoint, and what would you like to see them improve on?
Yeah, you know, we had Justin Russo, we had Caleb Dawson, and Nate Gravel play for us. Also this year we've had Johnny Couch from this team as well join us. They're a very strong team. The biggest key with those 3 guys that we like is their intelligence. We find all 3 play well together, but they know how to play the right way, and they understand sort of the things they can get away with, I guess, skill-wise at this level they can't get away with yet at Junior A. So they're very smart at understanding when and where to apply their skill sets and not take too many rests when they jump up in the lineup with us.
So you guys, on a personal note, coming up to Powassan and coaching your first year, on a personal side, how would you say the season's gone for you?
It's been great. You know, it's coming up here, not really, it's new for me, new for Pete as well. We weren't sure what to expect, but it's been an unbelievable experience. We really fell in love with the area and the team. You know, it's our first year working with Chris Dawson. We have an unbelievable relationship and just sort of getting to know everybody around the rink and around the facility and the community. But just the players themselves, and we had a really good group. Obviously brought in a couple of our own guys, but the returning cast of guys like Alex Little, Cameron Lemke, they helped a lot with the transition, sort of helping ease us into it and letting us know sort of things they did in the past and what to improve on, things that they want different, things they want to keep the same. So it's been a nice transition, and everyone's been very open and helping with us, sort of taking over the team.
Well, when it was announced that you and Peter were coming up here with the press release, what was your initial thoughts when he says, "Hey, we're going to Powassan"? Are you like, really? Like, we're going north?
Yeah, you know, it was kind of interesting summer. We got sort of let go of our past job in Trenton a bit late, so I wasn't quite sure what to expect. I was talking with a couple teams around Canada, around the States, so when he brought in Powassan, I mean, I knew Powassan from back when I played. I played in the OJ, and Powassan was always a team that we would see at the Dudley Hewitt Cup. I knew they were a successful franchise in the past, but I wasn't quite sure what to expect coming up here, but honestly, I've loved every minute of it. Love being in the north, maybe not so the winter and snow, but I'm getting used to that as well. So.
Well, I was going to say, you guys have probably the coldest rink in the area, the Powassan Sportsplex that you call home. Last question I got before we'll let you get back to your pregame duties here before you guys take on the Paper Kings. What do you expect from you guys on the way out? And it looks like you guys are set to play Hearst in the first round at this point. Just thoughts on that as well? Yeah,
you know, it's obviously you're never sure how the end of the season is going to be finished, but we've known for a while, we've been planning that Hearst is going to be our first round opponent. So now that that's kind of set in stone, it's not so much about the result at the end of the game, but we just want to hit the playoffs healthy and on the right track. And like I said earlier, the biggest thing for us is health right now. We got injuries and guys out, and we just need to make sure that they can come back healthy and give our team a best chance to be successful in playoffs.
All right, Josh, for the warm-up video, doing finger guns or something special today?
Oh, we got something new today planned for it.
All right, I'm excited. Thank you, Josh, for joining us here on the front line, and we look forward to the game later this evening, which you can find on YouTube as well.
Thanks a lot.
Anytime. So we'll get Chris Dawson back on the mic here in a moment to keep calling the game for you. That was Voodoo's assistant coach, Josh Hardiman, and soon to be Voodoo's general manager, Chris Dawson, on the call once again here as we bring you this game as the Trappers get back underway here, and we'll bring Chris back into the fold. And Chris, take her away before I start asking you funny questions about Josh.
Yeah, you know, not too many funny ones to ask. There's a pass intercepted there by opportunity by Pone. This is Dawson, hits Lefebvre, stopped by Collins. Now Dawson with the puck down the side. Dawson with a shot, and a nice shot. It might have just got off the glove. Anello keeps it in. Back to Jesse Lefebvre. Dawson tries to get it. Lefebvre shot, and a heavy shot there, and a nice save off of, and again, Rudner with 2 big stops there, and there's a heavy hit there by Russo. This is Ellis, down low. Back up top for Lefebvre. Ellis now, trying to get it past Lefebvre. He can't do so. This is Ellis now. Ellis knocked off the puck. Gravel, he loses it, and it rolls in softly, and McIver makes a stop here with 17:38 to play, and Josh Hardiman, who actually played in this building for Peter Goulet with the Kingston Voyageurs. So when they came and played a exhibition game against the Voodoos, and one of the big ongoing jokes is that Peter, there's a chance here for Curry. Breakaway, Josh Curry! What a save by Rudner! Oh my, tries to go glove, and Curry denied as Rudner again is keeping his team in this game.
The Trappers have had some very good looks in this game, but Rudner's just done a great job of just stoning them absolutely cold. And sorry, continue your joke there about Josh.
Peter traded Josh to the Markham. Yeah, and I think that the ongoing, obviously they get along fine, but the ongoing joke is, I mean, there's Markham Majors bag that's in the, or Royals bag, the bag that he would have got from the team that Peter traded him. That's what he uses for men's league, and it sits up here in the in there. So there's a shot, goes off the crossbar on a chance there. Puck comes up along the wall. This is Anthony Boyes. Back down to low to Ethan. To Thomason now. Thomason with it. Looking for options. He's knocked against the wall. Back down low for Boyes. Ethan Boyes. Looking for his brother Anthony. He gets it out to Curry again. Curry is it up. The odd man rush. Curry looks for Gravel and it just goes through his feet and could not get it as Gravel looking for goal number 2 on the night. On a feed that just not quite there. And you know what? That is kind of in the story. Things like that yesterday, just a little bit off, out of funk. And there's a good save there by McIver, but the Trappers' offense, which is so dangerous, is just not working at full speed right now and there. That was an example of it. Puck's going in feet. Same thing happened a little bit last night, where pucks passes were just a little bit, back behind on the back end of a stick for a one-timer, and that's just one of those things the guys just have to work out. Pass across, Payer chips it out. Patrick Young, who had an assist on that goal, his first point in the Great North U18 League, and Scott is going to be offside there with 15:44 to play in the middle stanza of this Great North U18 game here at the Powassan Sportsplex.
So, Chris, Josh talked a little bit about his initial reaction to coming to Powassan and with Peter Goulet and getting to know you and everything. How's it been on your side of things? I know you knew Peter a little bit before the season, but getting to know Peter even more, getting to know Josh off the hop and having them come to Powassan.
Josh was the one that I had to get to know the most. We have some familiarities. He grew up in Montreal, and I was born in Montreal, so we've had that sort of synergy. But I think one of the things that he really relates well to the players respect him. When we've had some down times, he's stepped up and I've had the opportunity to listen to him talk to the team and, kind of motivate the boys when things aren't going well. And there's a chance now as Lefebvre was a chance to spring him loose. This is Russo looking up the wall. This is Dawson now. He chips it backhand over to Lefebvre. Lefebvre with it now. He loses the handle on it, and Bertrand knocks it out, and it looks like a possible breakaway. Case going in, and he makes a nice pass to Lefebvre. Gives it back to Case, but just out of his wheelhouse puck there. Lefebvre with a nice move as he dangles around the opposition. This is Lefebvre. He puts it in on Rudner, who will just put his glove down on it. And big Calvin Collins, he may weigh the size of 2 Jesse Lefebvre's. That's not really a fair match right there, those two.
No, he's got about a full head on Jesse Lefebvre there.
Big defenseman Calvin Collins.
That's the fun thing about watching Jesse Lefebvre all year, though, is that he's not afraid to back down from those what seem like David versus Goliath types of fights, and both Lefebvre and Collins will be going to the box here, so whether or not it's 4-on-4 or coincidentals will remain to see, but it does look like there's 4 red jerseys out there and 4 mustard yellow jerseys. And I have to say, you don't see mustard yellow and that kind of brown on jerseys very often, but it works for the Majors jersey. I kind of like it.
You know what? It goes back to the history of Timmins, and the Timmins Golden Bears had that kind of look, I still like that name. I mean, and I know there's a great history with the Timmins Majors, but that Golden Bears name, I mean, obviously, anybody that knows the history of Timmins, that Steve Sullivan, that's where he got his start with the Golden. It was his first junior opportunity before he went and played for the Sioux Greyhounds and went on to a healthy NHL career.
One of the best karma instances in the NHL history as well, with the puck over the glass. Also in the Trappers 2, the penalty. So it's just Lefebvre in the box now. But yeah, one of those best things where he had to go because he'd get cleaned up because of stitches. The fan made fun of him. Puck comes around and hits the same fan.
Man,
what are the chances of that?
It was crazy. And of course, Anthony Boyce leaves it for Gravel, the goal scorer. A 1-1 tie here. Boyce with it. Gravel will remain high. It comes, but pops back out. Gravel gets to it, gets it back, and it's lifted all the way down the ice by Davis Anello. Here comes Secord. Secord down the right side for Beard. Thomas Beard, the player to watch. His pass back to the point. The shot had stopped in front. And there's another shot. I think it went off the toe of McIver. On a great recovery there, and a great stanchion comes to the Trappers' rescue there as that took a funky bounce off the wall. Beard. He stops. Turns. Back up top to Armitage. Armitage back down to Beard. Beard down the left side. Looks for options now. 42 seconds left from the Jesse Lefebvre penalty. This is Beamer up top. Kept in by Secord. Back down low to Pone. Pone knocked off the puck by Thomason. Scott. Down low to Beard. Beard gives it to Armitage. Armitage tries to back pass to Beard, who just keeps it in. Armitage again. He puts it down low. Puck loose in front of the puck. And the puck is in the net. But the play is waved off by official Matt McClelland as the net came off its moorings. Apparently before the puck crossed the line.
That's one of those weird instances, though, where you've seen the puck like at the NHL level. I know the Leafs scored a goal against the Devils earlier this year where the net came off its moorings, but it was deemed a good goal because the puck still crossed where the net would have been. And I think from our angle, it looked like the puck would have crossed where the net would have been.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, but, once that net's off, it should not be a goal. So, anyways, here's a chance here, and Ethan Boyes lifts it all the way down nice, and Rudner, who's been the star of this contest so far. This is Ellis behind the net. Up the wall, Jordan McLeod. He can't handle it, and it's chipped off the wall, and Lefebvre back out there. Lane. Bradley now. Cross to Rousseau, goes through his skates. This is Rousseau. He loses it to Curry. Curry with it. Curry. Back to Bradley. Looks for Dawson in front. No one there. This is Rousseau. Rousseau. Back to Curry. Dawson picks it up now. Dawson. He gets knocked down by Ellis. No call on the play. Kept in by Rousseau. Rousseau with it now. He's got two men on him. Scott. Dawson on him. He's knocked down by Lefebvre. Dawson with it. Still with a shot. Good save there off of the shot from Dawson. Lefebvre out there again. He tries to hit his man, and it's going to be a rush now. Up the wall. Chance for McLeod. Down the right side. He gets too far in front of him. Can't get a shot away. I can't get that out of my... Get that comment out of my tongue twister there. Grayson Bradley behind the net with Ellis. The big defender. Puck goes off his stick. It's chipped out by Boyce. Bradley with it. Bradley, he just opts to lift it all the way down the ice. That is going to be an icing call with 11:26 to play in a 1-1 tie, Courtney Kenny.
Well, Chris, I got to ask you with your GM cap on right now. There was 4 Trappers players in that game in French River on Wednesday. Jesse Lefebvre playing for the Rapids, Caleb Dawson, Justin Rousseau, and Nate Gravel playing for the Voodoos. We asked Josh how he thought the Voodoos guys fared. How do you think all 4 of them fared in that game?
You know what? I thought they all played well. I mean, none of them were on the ice for a goal against. Russo and Gravel were on. Set up Alex Little, who was playing out of position with our blue line, so beat up, and ended up, each of them ended up having an assist. So. Yeah, I thought they played really well, and you know what? Jesse Lefebvre played with a lot of energy. Probably got a little bit more ice time than the other three did, but nonetheless, I thought all three of them had a great game. I think it was Nate. It was Nate's third game, and I think that was his best. And I would argue that was Russo's best as well. So, and for Caleb, that was his first game. So. Nothing to judge him yet, although he did have an overtime goal in preseason, which is pretty hard to, that play along the wall. Mike McIver had to be careful there.
Almost got him, as he was the one who shoveled the puck around the end boards, so he had to come out in front of his net and stop that one. And McIver, on his appearance with the Frontline podcast a couple of weeks ago, told us a funny story about getting his new pads after the bus fire and how he didn't like them at all. And then he was just waiting for these custom ones to come in, but he had to make his battalion debut, so he had to use his pads that he used in midget. And
his dad and I, Mike McIver, who billets at my house, so I definitely know a lot about Mike McIver. But yeah, they had to arrange to get them delivered to the rink, and wanted to be in that comfort zone, and that's really the important thing, especially in a game like that one, So
well, stats-wise, I would have to say being in the comfort zone helped him out a lot in that game.
Yeah, unfortunately, they didn't get the offensive help that he would have liked, but he played a solid game in Hamilton that night. 2 games so far. He's only had one goal, scored 4 in 2 games, losing 4-0 to Oshawa, and then 4-1 in that game to the Hamilton Bulldogs in his debut. And it's going to be a power play coming up here, it looks like, or is it going to be Bradley going to the box?
Well, we'll have to wait and see here. I believe it's Timmins that's going as the away bench is going.
Brody Vachon is going to the box for 2 minutes or less.
One thing I asked him, though, in that Hamilton game, playing against Mason Ray, and of course Scott Ray's son with the battalion, he did say that you guys mentioned it. What did you think? Did you guys add any pressure on him to not allow Mason to score his first goal?
No. There's a shot there and a good blocker saved by Rudner as that quick release. There's a chance in front. Dawson a little bit too far in front. Back there. Shot goes off the shin of Gravel. On the one-timer from Dawson, as you know, he is dangerous from that position. Puck is lost. The goalie's lost his goal. Rudner, no goalie stick. Back across to Dawson now. He's got a player stick now. So now the Trappers have an advantage. No player, and there's a chance to pass across. And Collins gets it down as Dawson maybe tried to push that puck through too many sticks there on that chance. Anello down to Dawson, up the wall. He keeps it in with Pone on him, and there's a chance now for Lachance. Lachance, he's knocked off the puck back, and it's too far in front, and Jesse Lefebvre will go after it with Collins. There's that 2 clashing again. Here's a chance, Jesse Lefebvre with Gravel. Jesse Lefebvre winding through the neutral zone. Less than a minute left in the power play. Gravel with it now. Gravel, soft dish across the boys. Nobody there. And had to have a look. There was nobody there, but he just threw the pass across. This is Gravel now. Boy stays on, and a good save on the blocker side by Rudner.
With Cash Money, of course, being an affiliate of the Voodoos, will we see him in Voodoos Green at all this year, do you think?
Putting a lot of pressure on
I am.
We'll
this
see.
This is the tell-all hour with Chris Dawson.
You know what? We've had a couple dates Peter's looked at, and it just hasn't worked out with the schedule yet. But, I know Peter'd like to get him into a game, and, I think it's just going to all depend on how things go in the playoffs, certainly with the March break on, and next weekend's kind of interesting, 3-3 weekend, so you never know. This is Bradley. Back to Boyce. The Boyce. This is Anthony Boyce. He looks far side for Curry. Too far in front of him, and this is Boyce. His hard shot blocked in front. And shot all the way down the ice. McIver is going to go out and play it. He's going to give it to Anthony Boyes. Boyes turns with it as the two teams are back at even strength. Curry now. Curry off. He loses the handle on it. Knocked off the puck. Gravel flips it high, and it's going to go hit the mesh and out of play.
All right, last one I got for you on the McIver side of things. He told us on the podcast that if he ever sets up Caleb Dawson for a goal, that they got a special celly ready for each other. Have you seen it in the works?
I do not know. I have a feeling it might be a gritty. It might be a gritty. But I don't know. I cannot confirm or deny that. But I think it is the gritty. It would be a gritty.
All right.
Of course, Chase Thompson made the gritty very famous. As a shot goes off of Dawson there. Chase Thompson scoring there's a chance for Dawson in tight. There's a shot. It goes off the side of the net. Lefebvre turns with it. He gets hammered with the puck. He is not endearing himself to the Majors, and the Majors are paying a lot of attention to where Jesse Lefebvre is. Of course, one of the top scorers. He got his 40th point of the season on Friday night in that 4-1 loss, which I believe puts him in third spot in the Great North U18 scoring. So,
you know, one other thing I got to say, I was just watching that NOHA camp a couple of weekends ago and helping out with the broadcast with that one. Hudson Chitteroni, the current lead scorer in the Great North U18 League with the Sioux Junior Greyhounds, who might not get a chance to play with Team NOHA depending on how the Junior Greyhounds do. He's been very impressive.
Yes, he has. There's a shot by Bradley there. Still with it behind the net. Looks in front. He still has it. Bradley with Young. He's got two Majors draped all over him. It's kept in by Bradley. Kept in by Payer. McLeod now with it. McLeod tries to get around Beamer, who lifts his stick. Trappers collapse around the net. Payer will take it behind the net. He puts it right out into the middle. McLeod picks it off. McLeod looks for Scott. He's knocked off the puck. Puck knocked down. Beamer tries to go after it. There's a high sticking call there with 6:12 to play in a 1-1 tie.
I talked about it earlier in the period, this jersey color coding for the Majors. I have to say, maybe it's because I just don't like the Rock, but I like these jerseys a lot more than any jersey I've ever seen Timmins bring in the NOJHL.
Yeah, you know what? The Rock have had a lot of different colors. Like they've got gold, they've got some maroon happening. So
I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. Maybe it's because it's Timmins. I don't know.
Knocked down on his backside. There's a chance for Boyes. Shot it. It's stopped by Rudner again. Closing in on 30 shots on goal. The Trappers really pouring it on. This is Pope. His shot is blocked. In front, here's a chance for Curry. And another great save by Rudner. Unbelievable. Sam Rudner.
This guy is putting on a clinic. He was when the puck came to Curry, he immediately got down in the splits and was basically, Curry could have roofed it up, but he couldn't get it over him because of how far out Rudner had come to clean or take off the angle.
By Sam Rudner.
What a save for sure. This guy's been nothing short of amazing here today.
Hey, you know what? That's what happens, and you know what? At all levels, Courtney, Kenny, when you have teams coming in, you're playing against a hot team, a team that's got lots of offense. The other team always gets up for them, and they know the Trappers have been having a really good second half of the season here, and they're ready. They came from the bus from Timmins, and they came ready to play. One
thing I have to say, the Timmins Majors definitely not having the season that they'd like to have. And when you look at the goaltending, it's definitely not there because Alex Hall, the backup goalie, has a 2.88 goals against average. He was outstanding at Team NOHA camp as well. And then Rudner has a 323, which is a very respectable number as well as a goaltender. And here today, you know, he's only allowed one goal on 27 shots, so that's 26 saves. And I'm not a mathematician, but that's well over 910 on the save percentage.
Yeah, they are. They've done a great job playing defense, and they play a good. They beat the Sioux this year. They beat the U18 Trappers, so they've shown that There's a chance, a heavy hit there. Vachon Curry. Doug Sanders puts this line back on. That's provided the only goal so far. Is a chance in front for Armitage and just whistles wide. Armitage with it down the wall. Back up for Westbury. Back down to Armitage. 4:55 left in the period in a 1-1 tie. Here's a chance for Curry trying to hit Gravel. He can't get to it, and Armitage tries to sneak around with it, and it's Gravel again, down the left, right side, trying to get around Westbury. He can't do so. Curry knocks it in. It's going to be the delayed offside here as Gravel comes back on. He keeps it. Gravel with it now. Tries to hit Dawson. Gets it to Lefebvre. Lefebvre, here's a chance for Dawson. Goes off the crossbar. White shot by Caleb Dawson. Left there by Jesse Lefebvre. And a great chance there. Started off at the blue line on a delay by Nate Gravel. Russo with it now. Russo drops it for Dawson. He shoots, another shot stopped. Another great chance there. Caleb Dawson with 2 chances in this shift already. Picks it up behind the net. Dawson with it. Back down low. Looks for Russo. Russo with it. As Westbury getting all tangled up with Dawson in front and along the boards. Two of them look like a pretzel sandwich. And it's an icing call against the Majors.
How tough do you think it is just watching McIver go out? He looked like he was going to play that puck. How tough do you think it is as a goaltender to come from this league where there's no trapezoid and go up to the OHL, make a couple of starts where there is the trapezoid?
That's a good point. I mean, he's got to adjust. You got to make adjustments, different leagues, He's got to make adjustments even from the speed. But you know what I mean? Obviously, he has a lot more freedom doing it here, but he has to be definitely more aware of it when he's in the OHL, right? So, but yeah, he's not afraid to go anywhere to get that puck when he's playing U18 games or, he hasn't been in the Voodoo's game, but I'm sure he wouldn't change his strategy that way. Puck knocked off the puck there, by Payer there along the wall, kept in by Lachance. Lachance with it now. Back up top, rim back in by Collins, going it up to after it is Grayson Bradley. Up the wall to Young. Kept in, here's a chance for Scott. Shot goes off the crossbar there on a quick release from Tyson Scott, who looks to the skies in disbelief.
Yeah, he had McIver beat, but couldn't beat the crossbar at all. And I just remember in Joe Verbettick's lone season here in Powassan, in which he had a stellar year for the Voodoos, but he went up and had a cup of coffee with the battalion and came in relief for Christian Prop, and which is wild to think about how long ago that was now. And he came out to play the puck, and he played in the no-play zone, got the delay of game penalty, and of course, we know the coach at the time of the battalion was less than pleased with him, and standing between the benches, I could hear him over my headset for sure.
Yeah, probably not too happy. Here's Gravel with a shot. It goes just wide. Curry with it now. Back down low. Trappers with a little bit of momentum here. Almost at 30 shots on goal now. 30 to 29-19, the shots in favor of the Trappers. Gravel turns with it, but he loses it. And it's picked up by Boyce. To Thomason. Up the wall for Boyce. Anthony Boyce. This is picked up by Gravel again. Nice saucer pass to Ethan Boyce, who whistles it into the corner, looks for Anthony Boyce, his brother. Collins on the wall. Collins putting some heavy pressure there as the Trappers dump it back in. Lachance, back pass, thwarted by the Trappers. This is Ethan Boyce now looking for a long stretch pass. Looks for Lefebvre. It can't get by. Ellis, the 16-year-old dynamo defenseman for the Majors, makes a nice play there. Warrenes, here's a pass up to Dawson down the left side. Dawson now, he turns, drops it for Gravel, and a great shot there, and another save on a nice drop pass from Dawson, and Gravel wasted no time, and Rudner makes another solid save for number 30 on the night, so 29 saves for Nate Gravel. 29 saves for Sam Rudner, whose parents made the trip up through the snow to come watch Sam play.
I have to say, and that's a nice drive when it's not snowing. When it's snowing, not a good time. I have to say, those four that played in that Voodoo's Rapids game, have been very impressive this game. They've definitely been the most dangerous players for sure. And, with the way these guys have been playing.
There's a shot, another stop there.
With the way these guys are playing, one could, I could see some line changes being, trying to spice things up, but I can't imagine any of these guys being taken off the top 6 anytime soon.
That's a pretty good, pretty lethal unit. There's a chance in front, just gets out of the reach of Dawson, and Case's shot is stopped, and Russo makes the save. Nice play by, and here he goes. Here's Lefebvre. His pass looks across for Dawson, just hits a leg and goes wide. Dawson would have had a wide open cage. He has it now. He takes a shot. It goes off a body in front. Case will keep it in. Back down low to Lefebvre. Great pressure here by the Trappers with a minute left in the second period. Puck off the glass. It is not out. The Trappers will reset. It's Dawson. He gets hooked. He can't get the puck away, and the affiliate player tries to get it, and it's knocked back down in, and the Timmins Majors relieve the pressure. Jesse Lefebvre still out there. Here's a nice move by Anello. He had an amazing goal, yes, last weekend. I believe that was against New Liskeard. Really showing some confidence carrying that puck. Here's Armitage. Armitage in front. It's blocked there, and a nice play by Grayson Bradley. Keith Bradley behind the net. The twins out there together. One's a defender, one's a forward. Grayson going in after it with Jordan McLeod. What a period. Lots of saves. No goals, though. Here is Keith Bradley. Winding with the puck. Heath with a shot. Nice pad save there by Rudner. Puck goes around the wall. Vachon gets it around Vachon. And that's it. 1-1 your score. What an exciting game. Not a lot of goals, but Courtney Kenny, if you like goaltending, there's been some saves.
Well, Chris, definitely a huge fan of goaltending here on the Frontline Game Day broadcast and, of course, the Frontline podcast. That's what made talking to Mike McIver so fun, was we got to talk about goaltending equipment a little bit and your strange collection of helmets you got there.
Yeah, you don't like them, eh? You were very hurtful talking about those, not liking those Cooper 2000 classic helmets.
You know what? They had their time in the sun, but I like these the cat eyes a little bit more. Not that these guys play with cat eyes, of course, but just that style of helmet. But it looked really good back when, Chris Osgood really owned it. Dominic Hasek back in the day, too. Arthur Zerbe, as much as he pains me as a Leafs fan to admit. Him and his pads that looked like they were straight out of the 80s, so...
they were straight out of the 80s.
But, yeah, no, it's been an impressive period for sure, especially for Rutgers. He's put on an absolute clinic in net for the Timmins Majors, and not much more I can really say about that. McIver not really getting tested as much, but he still has made the saves when it's mattered most, and he's made 18 so far through 40 minutes. So, once again, good period there for the Trappers.
Sam Rudner's dad, Stuart, looking on here, and certainly has to be very proud of what his son has done through the first 40 minutes here.
I would imagine so. He's played really well, but with that, we'll have to see if it continues here through the final 20, Chris, as we are going to take a quick break on the Frontline Game Day broadcast. We'll be back on the other side of these.
This period is brought to you by Canadore Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks for more information.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcast.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
And we're pleased to welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex here for the third and final period between the North Bay U18 Trappers and the Timmins Majors. Here it's a 1-1 hockey game, and it has been that way since the first period as the Trappers look to get the game-winning goal, and so do the Timmins Majors, who've had a very impressive game in net by Sam Rudner. And we'll give the play-by-play duties right back to Mr. Chris Dawson. Welcome back, Chris.
Thank you very much. This is Collins with the puck behind the net. Dawson on his heels. Ellis with it now. Cole Ellis to Collins. His long lead pass picked up there by Jordan McLeod, who's knocked off the puck as Russo picks it up. Battle along the wall with Scott and McLeod. Comes out to Dawson. Too far ahead of him, and Vachon is going to turn and reset with it. Dawson picks it up, shoots it back in, and the Trappers go in for a change, shooting the Majors 33-19, but the shots aren't the difference. It's a 1-1 tie. Here's a chance at 2-on-1. Boys, there's a shot and a good save by McIver, and the puck they jab away, and another save by McIver. The Trappers D getting caught up ice, and it was Anthony Boyes who was back on the forward, not the defenseman back there trying to take care of that 2-on-1, and what a great chance there for the Majors to take their first lead of the game.
Yeah, McIver got air on that jump over across the way. If this was an extreme sporting event, he'd be getting 10s across the boards, but great chance there for Timmins off the hop, who have come out flying in the first minute and 6 seconds in this period to try and get the go-ahead goal in this one.
Gravel to take the draw, comes back to Westbury. Puck goes high, and a nice glove save by Mike McIver.
Did he even move other than his glove hand? That's all that he moved.
Yeah.
That's all that moved. It didn't look like he was reacting at all to that.
Trappers without 3 regulars, Caden Cowell, Johnny Couch Jr., and Jacob McGill, which is the reason you see the affiliates in action. Bradley back down low, looks for Anello. And Anello's going to get a penalty here on the cross-check, as Kevin Connolly, the official, puts his arm up, and the Trappers will go on the penalty kill here for the second time. Anello catching his man a little bit off balance. 18:39 to play in the third period now. In a 1-1 game, these two teams played to 6-3 Trappers win and a 7-2 Timmins win. So 2 high-scoring affairs up in Timmins a few weeks ago, and here we have a 1-1 game here, and these two teams will meet again at the Powassan Sportsplex at 10:30 a.m., where it'll be Courtney Kenny and Ben Sargent on the call.
Only on Hockey TV tomorrow, though. No YouTube. So we won't have any mishaps there.
There you go. Turning with the puck here. That was LaChance. Back up top, Beard to Secord. Back to Beard. Beard, he's knocked down. Looks for Armitage. Armitage back down low. He still has it. Moves it back up top. This is Beard with it now. Beard, his shot tipped in front and stopped, and they jab away and they score. No, they're waved off again. The second time in 2 periods now that goals have been waved off as the net came off its moorings, and Gagnon, who has the lone legal goal for the Majors.
You have to think, if you're Timmins at this point, you're going home, and if it ends up being a 2-1 victory for the Trappers, you're going to be pulling your hair out that whole entire drive back to Timmins.
Tough call there as we've had, Courtney, we did games last weekend, and the nets here seem to come off fairly regularly, so it's not like this is really an anomaly that happens here. And there the puck goes off the stick here. Here Collins with a backhand as he had to turn around. There's Gagnon. 2 big players there, Russo and Gagnon, 2 05 birth year players. Collins keeps it now along the wall. Last minute here in this power play. This is Payer. His shot, he fans on it. It's kept in by Collins now. Collins looks across. Chance. They score! Scott, as someone Looked like someone got a stick on the pass, but Tyson Scott was still able to pick up the pass and make no mistake, and it's 2-1 for the Timmins Majors.
Well, you had to think that something was going to go the Timmins way at some point, as Rutger was standing on his head on the one end of the ice, and McIver has had a couple of chances there that have gone past him and hit the crossbar a few times, and then he's actually allowed 2 goals essentially that were disallowed both times as well, and he just got the sense this period that Timmins had come out flying, and also you keep giving them power plays. Eventually they're going to pot one.
Here's a chance for Pone. Pone down the left side. Boyce trying to knock down his man. This is Gagnon who had the first goal. Gagnon and Scott, the goal scorers. Gravel opened the scoring, and the Majors have their first lead here early in the third period. Curry dumps it in, and a chance there as it bounces right in front of Rudner, who had to be careful with that dump in. It dropped right at his feet. Boyce goes back down low. Anthony Boyce along the wall. Good battle there with Bertrand. Comes out to Thomas, and his shot blocked. It comes back out. Gagnon with the block there. Puck comes up the wall. It's kept in the neutral zone by Beamer to Anello, who had that penalty. Puck goes back. Nobody there. Puck comes off the wall. Patrick Young, he loses it. Scott will take the shot, and a nice glove save there by McIver as Tyson Scott looks for the insurance marker.
So far through the first almost 4 minutes of this period, the Timmins Majors have 5 shots to 1 for the North Bay Trappers, and even that one was just on a dump-in that Rutger had to be confident on, or else he would have his own Vesitoskala moment there as the puck bounced on him.
Yes, it's close call there for Sam Rudner, who has been a wall for the Majors. He's been a major wall.
Stop. That was... Oh,
shout out to our friend of the show, Sean MacArthur. There's a chance on another save! A scintillating save! What a stop by Rudner! Oh my!
If Timmins ends up winning this game, Rudner has to be star 1, star 2, and star 3 at this point.
Oh, he is doing it all, is he not? Holy smokes, what a save
the only
by Sam Rudner.
Only thing he hasn't done, Chris, is score a goal.
He has not scored, yes.
And with the way this game's going, he might have a chance.
2-1 the score. Majors relying heavily on the shoulders of Sam Rudner, who is putting on a goaltending clinic here at the Powassan Sportsplex. Collins battling in the corner with Jesse Lefebvre. Those two have been at it all night, or afternoon rather. Anello trying to get it to Russo. This is Collins now. Collins, the defender, with a weak shot. It's deflected into the corner. Armitage goes after it. It's chipped out along the wall. Ellis going and picking it up, and it's picked up by Lefebvre. Russo, this is Dawson now. He dumps it in. Collins. Dawson hit hard on the board by Wall. Here's a chance for Lefebvre. Lefebvre can't get a shot away. Good defense there on one of the most dangerous snipers in the Great North U18 League. This is what a battle along the boards. This is Dawson. Looks for Lefebvre, and another great save by Beer. Off, and another puck lying loose. You're speechless. You can't believe that. This Zanello shot goes wide, goes off the mesh, but at the outside of the mesh. The inside, a chance. Dawson with a chance, and another save by Rudner. Off the blocker, in tight by Dawson. What an unbelievable performance as we're closing in on 40 shots on Rudner. And the Trappers just cannot solve him. Oh my!
You can't help but laugh, and usually some of these saves are edge of your seat, make you stand up, Chris. That one made you sit down.
Sit down. It was unbelievable. He has made about 5 10-bell saves in this period alone, probably in the last 3 minutes.
He has been fun to watch this game, and My goodness, like
well,
I said,
you know what? It's momentum, and when a goaltender's feeling it, that puck becomes awfully big like a basketball, and it looks like the Trappers are going to get a power play here, as sitting down is Curry. With 14-13 to play and a lot of time left on the clock. You know what? Give credit to Sam Rudner, but there's a lot of time, and this Trapper team can score, Courtney Kenny. So we'll see what happens here with 14-13 to play, and the Majors going on the penalty kill and the Trappers on the power play.
Lots of chances as well, like you mentioned, and of course the Majors scoring on their last power play chance. We'll have to see if the Trappers are able to do the same.
This is Anello too. Curry gets in his feet, and there's a shot and a stop. And there's what I mean. There's a little bit of hesitation. Puck gets across to Curry, gets a little bit too far in front of his stride to get that shot away right away. Did get a shot away, but Rudner was able to cover it up. And that's just, like I said, the sink is not there. And there's a little bit of confidence. They need confidence. Trappers can score, but they're having a tough time here. Westbury going in after it. He's going to go and just smother it up against the wall. Picked it out of the corner is Gravel. Back up top to Anello. Anello back down to Gravel. Gravel with it now. From the top of the circle. Looks across for Boyes. Boyes back to Anello. His heavy shot on a nice glove save. As tracking it well was Rudner and making sure that there was no rebound, which becomes his 40th shot on goal. 40-24 the shots on goal. Majors came within 10 shots, and now I believe the Trappers have had the last 4 or 5 in this game. Trying to put the heat on. Here's a chance here. Back up top, Boyes. His pass across for Dawson, goes off his skate. Across to Ethan Boyes. Ethan Boyes with it. Back down low. Pass is picked off by Ellis, and back down in, and Ellis is going to pick it up. And it's shot all the way down the ice. This is Boyes. Ethan Boyes with it now. Gives it to Jesse Lefebvre. Lefebvre with it, with Beamer and Russo. There's a puck off the wall and a chance for Jesse Lefebvre. It's behind the net. This is Lefebvre. He's knocked off the puck. And the net comes, does the net come off its moorings, or are we getting a penalty?
I don't know, because they went to the net at first, but then stopped pretty quickly.
13:01 to play.
Oh yeah, the net did come off.
Beamer comes off. Heath Bradley comes on. Russo will take the draw against Thomas Beard. 2-1 the score. Majors ahead on a third period goal by Tyson Scott. Here's Cross. This is Lefebvre. Lefebvre with a heater. It goes wide. Kept in by Dawson. His long reach. Dawson with it now. He turns with it. Beard knocked off the puck. And the Majors are able to get it out on a nice play there. This is Armitage now with Boyes and a save by McIver, who has to cover up on the odd man rush. And a good effort there by the Majors to break up that opportunity and come out with some offense of their own with 12:41 to play. And McIver with a big save there. We might have to check that one off. 12:41 left in the game. A big partial 2-on-1 stop. Will that be a key as the Trappers try to get an equalizer here? And Gravel back out there against Beard. Beard's had a great game so far. Bradley to Payer behind the net. Jacob Payer with Armitage. This is Gravel. Gravel moves down the side past Westbury. Gravel winding around the net, looking for options, passing it across it, Boyes. Again, the Trappers just cannot get a handle on that pass, and they just get it. Fans, and there's a puck, bounces out front. Boyes with it now. Team's back at even strength. Shot is stopped by Rudner with Curry on the doorstep, and it looks like the net was off again. Another stop there by Sam Rudner.
The Trappers for sure have, especially since Timmins scored that go-ahead goal, have looked like the better team throughout most of the game. But Sam Rudner is just doing his job, absolutely going above and beyond.
He has been magical between the pipes for this Timmins Majors squad, and He did have something to prove. He had a tough game last week in a loss to Kappas Casing and was pulled in his only start against the Trappers back in February. This is Beamer. He can't get it out, or he does now. Gets it past Collins. Racing after it is Payer. Ellis with it now. He's logged some big minutes. Mature 07 defender. Having another solid game for his team. This is Bradley. In with Beamer. Ellis again, trying to get it out. He can't do so. Collins to Lachance. Down the right side. Lachance. Backhand pass for Gagnon. Boyce elects to turn with it. He loses it behind the net. Great. Heath Bradley has to go after it. This is Patrick Young now. 11-12 to play in a 2-1 game. Puck goes out of the way. Thomason trying to hit it to Ethan Boyce, and it's going to be an icing call. Too far in front of him with 11:04 to play. 2-1 your score. Shots on goal, 41-25. 40 saves so far for Sam Rudner.
I don't know what else to say about Sam Rudner that we haven't already said today. Like, I need to bring a thesaurus with me to some of these games sometimes with how well some of these kids have been playing.
Tried to pull out scintillating save. That's goes back to Danny Gallivan.
It does.
Back down, rolled down, all the way down the ice. It's going to be an icing call. Thomason shoots it out.
There were some good calls back in the day. I remember watching my old Don Cherry Rock'em Sock'em videos that my stepdad had. It was like 2 and 4, I think, of his videos. So you're going way back, and the Savardian Spinorama and stuff like that. It's just some of those calls you don't really hear too much about anymore.
I think it's going to go to center ice. I believe that. I think the discussion is that the puck went off a Timmins player, which obviously would annul a icing call. So that's why we have a face-off at center ice. The Trappers are hoping their next face-off in center ice would be after a tying goal, but it is not that yet. Boyce throws it into the feet of Russo, who has the puck now, 3-on-2. Russo to Dawson. Dawson across to Lefebvre. Lefebvre takes the shot, goes off a body, he scores! Jesse Lefebvre, et la but! And the Trappers have tied this up at 2.
That'll be Lefebvre's 17th of the season, and you got the sense that with how good that Rudner's been playing, that it was going to take something silly to get past him.
It looked like the stop was made, and it looked like it went off of a Timmins defender, and that's all it takes. You just need to get a break, and that certainly helped the Trappers' cause there. As I believe that'll be Lefebvre from Russo and Dawson and Russo.
Trappers goals are number 9, Jesse Lefebvre, assist number 67, Justin Russo, and number 10, Caleb Dawson. Under the goal.
Yeah, that's what the goal was. That top line came to get on the board.
Yeah, hard to see any of those.
A chance in front here. Case going down, and he can't, and the puck slides through. Here's a shot from an AP player. Name unknown, number 21 is all we have. It's up the wall. Back down low, this is Gravel. Gravel with it, he stops. Will this be what the Trappers needed? Was that save? Another shot goes off a leg and almost by. Gravel is going to get called there, getting his stick a little bit high on number 21 of the Majors, and we're going to see the Majors go on the power play here. .9:49 to play in a 2-2 tie. I can't tell you this, Courtney Kenny, and you know this, we've done a lot of games this year.
We have.
We have not done a game in overtime yet.
You jinxed it. Good job. Good job.
I did. Hey?
It's not like there's a game after this, Chris. Jeez. I do have to say, though, that top line of Russo, Lefebvre, and Dawson combining for that goal. I said this earlier, but it's hard to see any of those guys being taken off the top 6 anytime soon.
They've had a solid second half. Here's a chance there as Secord almost gives that away to Beamer, the hard-working forward. Back up top on the power play here. In front and right on the Vachon on the doorstep, couldn't get a handle on it. Turning with it. Lachance. Back across. It goes to, and the puck bounces all over the place, and it's lifted out by Davis Anello. And Secord This is Beard with Bradley. Whistled around the boards. This is Ellis. Across to Armitage. Armitage, he stops. Beard to Armitage. Russo battles along the wall. Majors do have a power play goal in this period. That has been their second goal by Scott. And there's a play by Russo. Gets it by Beard. Beard with Dawson on his heels. He moves it across to Ellis, a good puck-moving defenseman. If you can't tell, I might be a little bit biased. I really like the way Cole Ellis plays. This puck dumped all the way down the ice. Rudner stops it, and he will whistle it around. Good play there. Puck gets through. Pone leaves it back. That should be offside. That should definitely be offside, but it's not going to matter as McIver covers it up. But I believe that play was offside by about a couple of inches.
Yeah, further to your point about Ellis, he's played a really strong, solid game on the back end. I really enjoy watching Beard play, too, if we're going to give some love to players not named Sam Rudner at this point.
Yes, for sure. Thomason now. 12 seconds left in the penalty to Nate Gravel. Battling down low, and it's almost looked like he might have taken a spear there or something. But anyways, there's the heavy hit there along the wall by Heath Bradley. Walks around him. There's Ellis' shot. What a save by McIver. 7:42 to play. Mark that one down. That was a great save. McIver had traffic in front. He was able to track that. But give credit to Ellis making a really nice play at the line, walking in and getting that shot away, and a great save by McIver. And normally that's a money in the bank shot on a goaltender that's a right-handed goalie. If there was a blocker on that side, there's no way a blocker would have got to that puck.
I guess that's why you call him cash money.
Puck comes off the wall. Back in front, they jam away as Thomason falls right in front of McIver. Thomason, of course, has already literally fallen on his sword. If you watch the game in replay, Thomason was going behind the net, and if you notice, behind Trapper's net is where the Zamboni door is, and his stick got caught in the Zamboni door, and he literally fell on his sword.
We saw that at Team NOHA camp there at Memorial Gardens in the Zamboni doors.
Here's Bradley with a shot. It's blocked by Vachon.
However, on that instance, the toe of the player's stick got caught in the door and snapped.
There's a shot. It goes off. Yeah, that's costly too. Westbury going in there. He chips it up the wall. Lane will try to get it out. Beamer battling with good battle here for Heath Bradley. Tries to flip it in front. Young can't get his stick on it. He scores! Heath Bradley. Oh, the puck bounces out loose after it looked like Young might have, I don't know if you say he did it purposely, but he didn't get a really good shot away. But the puck was shot well enough that it still created a rebound. And with 6:44 to play in the third period, Heath Bradley from Young and Beamer, the hard-working line comes up big, and 2 quick goals for the Trappers, and that's what they needed. They caught a break off Jesse Lefebvre's goal, and here they get another break here, and you really can't fault Rudner on that one.
No, Rudner at all. I mean, he's now made 42 saves in the game, so again, you can't fault him at all at any point of this game. He's definitely done his part here for the Majors as well, but it's just been some weird bounces in front of him that have made it past him.
There's a chance here, Scott, and a chance there down low as Anello falls, and here's Russo and Dawson. Dawson with it down. This trio scored on their last shift to tie this game. Jesse Lefebvre back for Dawson. Now it's more about this team. There's a chance there, a good save there. Another Lefebvre. He's knocked off the puck. This is what this line wants to do. They want to wear down, keep the puck in. There's a chance in front, and Russo. And it's tipped and a save. They just want to keep the puck down low. keep possession and keep the puck down in that end of the ice. And you know what? Those three players, especially in this second half of the season, you can say it too, have done a wonderful job in the cycle game, frustrating Great North U18 defenders, the way they move that puck around. And look at the chances they created there too.
Well, they scored on their last shift, as you mentioned, and then right there just trying to wear down the Majors and getting some more great chances. They're now up to 47 shots on goal in this one, Chris.
3-2 the score. The Trappers fell behind 2-1 on a power play goal by Tyson Scott. But since then, goals by Jesse Lefebvre and Heath Bradley. And the Trappers are up 3-2. And here's a chance now for Nate Gravel. Ellis. He turns with it. Ellis with Boyce on him. And he turnover. Puck comes loose. Ellis recovers though. And the puck is whistled all the way down the ice for an icing call with 5:33 to play here.
Also for Heath Bradley, that's his 8th of the season, 19th point altogether as well. So the hulking forward there had a good game as well against the Chippewa Secondary School teachers, and a bit of a fun game there with the Trappers and Voodoos coming together to take on the teachers there. I believe he had a hat trick in that game.
There's a pass in front, nobody there, and now the breakout. Now it is Ellis leading the rush. Looks like that might be a little offside. The shot goes wide on a shot by Armitage. Armitage with it again. Armitage walks in another shot. It goes off the arm of Mike McIver, who lost his stick. There's a shot. It goes off the side of the net. This is Thomason now. Thomason gets hit hard. That is a dirty play. And there's going to be a penalty here. And Vachon, and that might be more than two on Ryan Armitage going into the corner. Maybe not so much dirty as the fact that Aiden Thomason was in a vulnerable spot when he hit him.
Yeah, and they have those big stop signs on the back of their jersey for that reason, right? You're supposed to see that and stop up.
5 minutes left in the third period, 3-2 Trapper lead.
If that's a 5-minute major, that's the rest of the game, right? So
yeah, well, if he's still on the bench, that means it's probably the most would be a double minor.
Yeah,
but they're discussing something now. It's only 2. It is a 2-minute minor.
I think they're going for hooking. Is that? Yeah, it looked like the referee signal hooking. That didn't look like hooking to me.
Looked more like a cross-check or a boarding call. Anello across to Dawson in front, no one there. Dawson. Shot scores! Caleb Dawson! He delivers and it's 4-2. That's a big one.
Looks like it's Gravel that's leading the charge. I missed the number, but I don't.
Maybe
yeah, it looks like Gravel for his second of the game.
Maybe that was Dawson hit the. Dawson took the shot. Gravel with the deflection. We're going to hear what the announcers say.
If it is Gravel, it would be his 21st of the season. So, 20 goal scorer is nothing to sneeze at the Great North U18 League.
Hey, it doesn't matter who scored. That is a big goal for the Trappers here, who have really responded, and they can score goals in bunches. We've seen it all year. They were in a bit of a funk for 5 periods, but they've kind of woke up.
So it is Nate Gravel being credited with the goal. This game, Chris, these two teams will play less than 24 hours from now. And if this game is any indication, we're in for a doozy tomorrow morning at the Powassan Sportsplex.
Oh, for sure. There's a chance. Here's Gravel now. Gravel, puck in his feet. He moves it forward. Gets it across to Boyce. Boyce with a shot. It's blocked. But there's where we're talking about the a little bit out of sync, but there was the power play, the quick release from Dawson, and the tip there. The offense got going again, and that is making Doug Sanders much happier than he was on Friday night in New Liskeard. I tell you, it was a real pleasure yesterday, I gotta say it, going to New Liskeard and seeing the Brazo family. The fact that their son is, could be a Stanley Cup could be a black ace for the Boston Bruins. You don't like that? I'm not allowed.
No, I like that he could be playing.
And his parents still supporting the Cubs out there watching on a Friday night. So
it just kills
great
me.
to see Heather and Greg last night.
It just kills me. It's with the Bruins. Is what it does. Justin,
you're not a Bruins fan. Eh?
Never been. Can't say I have ever been. But you know what's funny is I do remember back in the day watching them with Brian Defoe in the late 90s, early 2000s. I always liked him, especially because he's from Britain, which is something you don't see very often with NHL players. But on the Justin side of things, Justin Brazeau, top-notch human, wonderful to deal with, always gave me the time of day from a media perspective.
He would have loved to be, and maybe he should be, on the podcast, my friend. I mean, he was a gem when we did Troops Tracks, and he was our host. Poor Kyle Potts was getting, he would give Kyle Potts a hard time, and it was quite funny. Here's a 2-on-1. Dawson and Lefebvre. Dawson gets it across, scores! That is Caleb Dawson's goal. That is Caleb Dawson's third point of the period, and the Trapper train is rolling in Powassan.
18th goal of the year for Caleb Dawson, and make no mistake on that one, what a great feed by Jesse Lefebvre as well. And then Dawson with the silky mitts to get past Rudner. And at the end of the day, Rudner, I mean, he's now 5 goals allowed, but he's almost faced 50 shots, so he still had himself an outstanding game.
It's all about momentum. The Trappers kind of break that seal, just like a dam when the hole comes. There's a chance for Gravel. Alone scores! Get the hats, folks. That's a hat trick for Nate Gravel. On a great feed from the defense. I believe it's Davis Anello should get the assist on that. And it's a 6-2 game, and this game is getting a bit out of hand offensively here.
You were talking, Chris, about Nate Gravel earlier during one of the intermissions that we haven't seen him stopped on a breakaway really much this year. And he has been this game, but he made no mistake on that one. Feeding that one 5-hole on Rudner.
Dawson from Lefebvre. Let's get the other call.
There it is. Gravel from Anello.
And there's a chance here, and there's going to be a penalty coming up here. And I mean, would you have really predicted this? This game was, the goalies were stopping everything in sight, and then all of a sudden, and that's all it took. It took that shot going off a leg and in front for Jesse Lefebvre, and then the offense really started to motor, like I said, with the Trappers. And you got to credit, I mean, Sam Rudner has been a beast back there. I know that he's probably disappointed the last 10 minutes here, but the Trappers have been pouring it on all game, and, so.
Yeah, I think Rudner's had himself a heck of a game. I think he's probably going to end up being one of our 3 stars as well at this point.
I think that maybe a Frontline interview with the one and only Nate Gravel might be in the mix.
I think so too. Keep an eye out on our social medias.
In front. Dawson.
To finish also about Justin Brazeau, we've had him on twice.
There's a shot at the blue line.
We had him on twice. Once when we were 5 for chirping, and again during his COVID season with the Marlies at the front line. We just haven't had him on since. But I would love to have him on again just to catch up with him and ask him what it's like playing for my least favorite team in the world, or being part of my least favorite team in the world.
Yeah, he's a great young lad, and it's interesting to see where getting an opportunity with the Bruins. You go, and I guess probably Greg and Heather seeing the Bruins get all these injuries and seeing their son starting to move up the scoring ladder with the Providence Bruins, and then what do the Bruins do? They go and trade for Tyler Bertuzzi, a kid from Sudbury.
Fun fact, former classmate of my girlfriend Topanga.
Is that right?
Yes. She said he's a typical Boston Bruin is what she said to me.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, Charlie Coyle was very happy with him earlier today against the Rangers. I guess Bertuzzi made a great play to stand in front. There's a save by Rudner. 51 on him tonight. 1:03 to play. And I did ruin it, didn't I? I 100% completely destroyed our opportunity for going to overtime.
You did.
Did I not? I said overtime, and then the Trappers end up scoring.
Usually that means that overtime is going to happen for sure. And here we are. Unless Timmins has a magical comeback all of a sudden.
There is Mike McIver, who loves to play that puck. This is Armitage. Armitage tries to get around the affiliate defender Case, and he says, no, siree. Closes up his feet. There's a puck in front for Anello, who set up that last goal. Puck loose. Anello trying to get it out. It's picked up by Young. Up the wall. This is Young to Bradley. Young with I believe two assists today. 24 seconds left. Trappers now, to secure second place, will need one win in their next 2 games. They play the U18 Trappers in Sturgeon Falls on Friday. And of course, I won't be with you, but the one and only Ben Sargent and Courtney Kenny will be with you on the call tomorrow morning at the Powassan Sportsplex. Here's Dawson. Shot, at the side of the net. And that's going to do it. Your final score. The U18 Trappers 6 and the Timmins Majors 2. Your thoughts on the partial broadcast?
It was a weird game. The first 40 minutes basically was going to tell a different tale, I thought, where it was a 1-1 game through 40 minutes of play. And then Timmins comes out and gets the early goal here in the third period before they're able to get going here on this third period, basically, where North Bay just kind of took away. And Chris, real quick, while we're talking about it, I mean, Mike McIver was a great game, but honestly, I have to give my credit, which we'll be talking about the 3 stars in a moment. I really enjoyed Mike McIver's game, but Sam Rudner had himself a heck of a game. And
Sam Rudner, are we going to do the 3 stars right now?
We will. Just give me 1 second.
Shooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
Well, our 3 stars, Chris, I mean, I'll leave it to you, the listing of it, but Sam Rudner, of course, no-brainer, he's going to be one of the 3.
Yeah, you know what, I'm going to give it the 3rd star to Sam Rudner. I mean, he looked like the 1st star, 2nd star, and 3rd star, but the Trappers finally figured him out, and you know, I think that maybe even wore down the Timmins Majors defense, and you know what? Confidence is a big thing. The Trappers got their confidence off a kind of a fluky goal, so we're going to give him the 3rd star. The 2nd star, we're going to give it to Jesse Lefebvre. Jesse Lefebvre was the one with that goal, kind of the catalyst. He was battling with the biggest guy on the ice, probably I'm going to say 120 pounds heavier than him all night. He was causing all sorts of disruption, was not doing much on the scoreboard in the first half of the game. But boy, in that 3rd period, I believe he had a goal and 2 assists. So 3 points for Jesse Lefebvre as the 2nd star. And the 1st star we're going to give it to, and you know what, this is the thing we don't like about these netting, right?
Yeah.
The inability to celebrate a hat trick. And the man with the hat trick, Nate Gravel. Nate Dangles Gravel, his nickname that I've called him since he was about 9 years old. Nate did some great work today, and he is a Voodoo's affiliate, so it's bias again, but I'm going to give him the 1st star.
It's hard to argue, though, with the stats being black and white. I've seen some people over the past week try to argue with some stats or get a little bit hurt when, you know, so to speak, Chicken Littles call out black and white stats or whatever. But, you know, with Nate Gravel here today, having himself a heck of a game, getting the hat trick, 22 goals on the season now, which is very impressive.
You know what, the Bill and Brady, I'm going to give it, and again, showing I'm not going to, you know, full disclosure, they live at my house, but I'm going to give a star next to McIver and Dawson, an extra, like an honorable mention, I suppose we'll call it, for Mike McIver and his billet brother Caleb Dawson.
Yeah.
Caleb with 3 points, and Mike McIver, he made a couple of really key saves, and arguably if Sam wasn't so unbelievable in this game, Mike McIver should be a star too, because he made some key saves once they got 2-1, and if it got to 3-1 or 4-1, you know, we might have had a different final here.
Well, I mean, he made 30 saves right on the game, so that's still a very good game for Mike McIver. But with that being said, we'll go and take a quick break here on our YouTube channel. We'll be back live in less than an hour and a half as the Powassan Voodoo get set to take on the Espanola Paper Kings here. He's Chris Dawson. I'm Courtney Kenny. Mike Brown on the camera as well. And thanks so much for tuning in on this one. As always, keep your eye on the front line.
This period is brought to you by Canadore Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the alumni job portal. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks for more information.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to Perks. Canadore Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to Perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime member.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lake.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.